Didn't we just get Dragon Ball content on the Switch? The Breakers is only about a month old, but here we are once again being brought back into more content with Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. It is quite a bit late, but we finally have part 1 of the expansion for the newest movie of the franchise, Dragon Ball Super Superhero. This DLC hasn't exactly won the hearts of the fan base, so let's go into it. Here is my review of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2's Hero of Justice Pack 1 for the Nintendo Switch. As always, we have DLC and a free update happening at the same time, though not as much happened with the free update this time around. We pretty much just got the standard stuff with new raid battles, Hero Coliseum figures, loading screens to unlock. The only real new thing here are a couple new costumes with the new raids. But as far as the DLC itself, we got 3 new characters added to the game, all from the new movie. We've got Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, the new androids that appear alongside the movie's version of adult Gohan. And we've also got 4 new parallel quests that will give us 7 new abilities to unlock and 2 new costumes. 7 skills is decent, but that's where the lacking part of the DLC comes in, as we only get new abilities from Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. They are pretty unique abilities, but still. More on that later. We should dive into these characters first. And let's start with Gohan, the main topic of negativity with this expansion. This is a new form of Gohan that can only transform into his potential unleashed form, them clearly keeping the other version of him from the movie for Pack 2. So what's the issue here? The lack of uniqueness for the most part. But let's start with the positive. Visually, he does look different. This is the first adult Gohan model we have with him wearing Piccolo's gi along with the glasses and the messy hair he had in the first part of the movie. Plus, they did put a bit of detail into the idea of him having not trained at this point, his body and muscle mass noticeably smaller than the Mystic Gohan playable we already had. And when he goes into his potential unlocked form, you can see a noticeable difference with the longer hair. But with gameplay mechanics, what makes him unique is kind of cool but a downer at the same time. And I'd say it's even more of a downer if you were expecting some new skills for your custom character. All of Gohan's abilities are taken from other playable characters that already existed. They're enhanced and different, but all taken. Hawk Charge was taken from Vidal's moveset and given more hits and a teleport. Super Dragonflight is his quote-unquote new ultimate attack, though it's a reworked super attack from Teen Gohan turned into an ultimate. And although it does have a new animation, the potential unleashed form is no different than anyone else. The multiplier was not enhanced for this Gohan. So with all of these abilities and skills being copy-pasted from other characters, I thought this was going to be a situation like with the base form of Gogeta. That DLC character got announced, everybody was skeptical, and the different combo strings and playstyle changed everyone's minds. That's not what happened here. This version of Gohan has the exact same combo strings as the other adult Gohan we've had in the game since launch. They didn't make any changes to how he fights. He is literally just that Gohan with a different model and different skills. The actual fun part of the DLC happens when you get to Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. They are the more unique fighters, brand new to the game, even though you could argue that they are slightly altered versions of the same character. But one nice visual touch is that Gamma 2 has a fun little hero pose idle animation when you just stand around and don't do anything. Plus, this game did what the movie completely missed out on. You get some unique dialogue when you pit characters like Gamma 1 against the Great Saiyaman, adult Gohan's superhero persona. These two characters fight pretty fast with their combos, though Gamma 1 does feel a little different with slight alterations and pauses to the combo strings, making him seem not as lightning quick as he punches and kicks enemies. They're also, for the most part, full of new moves. While Gamma 2 has one of his ultimate slots filled by Victory Rush from Trunks, and Gamma 1 has a variant of Android Rush, almost everything else is brand new to the game and fully obtainable by custom characters. And I like the way they used some of these abilities. Gamma 2's heroic counter is a counter move for opponents where you take a stance and have to be hit to do something, but if your opponent doesn't actually hit you when you do the counter, you can hit the button again to teleport from anywhere on the map directly to your opponent for a cinematic hit, making miss-hitting counters still get you something and not just leaving you wide open. The other one I really liked is Gamma Blast. It's a scatter shot like Die Missile Barrage or Spirit Blaster, but with more utility. It comes out with its spread so fast that ending a combo with it pretty much guarantees that every hit will damage the opponent. And if you're looking for some dumb fun versus great versatility, both of the Gammas have normal Ki Blasts being their blaster guns, and Gamma Impact from Gamma 2 creates those wacky comic book sound effects behind him as each strike hits. Though there is a downside, and that is Gamma 2's ultimate attack, Core Breaker. It's an aerial dive with a very long windup. The problem here is the tracking isn't incredibly accurate, and the move is very difficult to hit people with, even if you're just in training mode and the opponent is just standing still. I still found it hard to hit that non-moving opponent. It looks great, but it's difficult to use. Thankfully, the Super Gamma Blast Ultimate from Gamma 1 doesn't have this problem. It can hit pretty easily from a launch or charge up if you get a stamina break. So, as we bring all of this together, what do we think of this DLC pack? I think it's okay. While Gamma 2 has a lot of fun stuff that custom characters can grab for themselves, having both Gammas in a single DLC pack along with a Gohan that feels like just a slightly altered version of one we already had hurts the sense of variety here. I will admit they did put some nice detail work in with the change to Gohan's model and the custom interactions between the Gammas and Great Saiyaman. I just think this could have been a bit more unique, even if they wanted to keep certain other characters out for the second pack. Reviews to Go rates Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 Hero of Justice Pack 1 for the Nintendo Switch a 6 out of 10. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them below. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.